Sure, you can always shop around for flooring, but in the end, it all leads back to the one place you probably should have started, the experts at Carpet One. Save yourself the time and the hassle and let Carpet One help you find the right product at the right price, beautifully installed, guaranteed. Come see the One, Carpet One, on the Business Loop in Columbia.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, October the 14th. And our money man, Mel Zelenak, is with us. Good to have you here, Mel.
Great seeing you.
Yeah, good to see you too. But today we're going to talk about traveling, right?
We're going to talk about traveling and some travel tips that we'd like to give to you. And I want to start with a couple websites. And let me say, if I go through these quickly, and I will, please have your viewers contact me directly at Mel's Cruises, MELSCRUISES. At charter.net.
At charter.net. Okay. All right. So what are some of the tips here?
Well, the first one has to do with the best airline website, and we mentioned this one other time, and it's one that's not known to very many people. In my view, it's only the best website because you can get a lot of information very quickly from it. You can get the best deal on almost any flight that you take within less than a minute on this.
And what is that website?
It's called matrix.itasoftware.com.
Matrix?
Yes, MATRIX .ITA software. It's all one word, .com.
Okay.
But again, have viewers just contact me.
And you're saying that it will put up all the airlines' fares?
With the notable exceptions, and I don't know of any airline that will include all of them, like Southwest will not be on there, for example. And Frontier Airlines likely not on there. Some of the Icelandic Air is on there, which is good because sometimes they have good values.
But I read a story in the paper today, it was in USA Today, that Delta Airlines is not allowing many third-party websites like this to put on, to be able to compare their fares with other airlines' fares.
I've read that about 3 weeks ago, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just read it today. But anyway, go to that website and you can compare. You can compare airfares.
We're taping this.
All right. Yeah. What else have you got, Mel?
Secondly, as far as airlines are concerned, another good area is airline consolidators or air consolidators.
Yeah.
There you go through a travel agency. That's the only way that I think you can go through them. And those fares are typically lower than the published fares.
But there's a catch there, isn't there?
Okay, tell me.
The catch is, I don't think you can change them once you buy them.
Well,
or can you?
You can on some of the air consolidators.
Okay.
And the travel agent will know ones where you can make modifications. As far as I know, every U.S. airline gives you 24 hours to change your mind.
That's correct. That's right. You can make a reservation and you get a full refund as long as you cancel it or change it within 24 hours.
Yes, and make sure you cancel it and make sure you get a cancellation number on that.
Right.
If you do that. But anyway, air consolidators may be a better value than the published fares. Not always, but sometimes. Now, the very best, and this is contrary to what I used to say about cruises, many years ago, I would suggest don't go through the cruise line for your air because it's always going to be more expensive than doing it directly. That changed about 2 or 3 years ago, and now they're essentially, I'm going to call them air consolidators now. They have reciprocal agreements with various airlines, with all airlines as far as I know, and those rates can be phenomenal. And let me give you one example, Paul, and this works very, very well when you're doing a one-way cruise somewhere. There's a cruise that someone I know went out of Colombia to Copenhagen in Denmark. And it was a transatlantic cruise, so they were coming back into Boston. So therefore they They had to do a one-way ticket. Checked with AA.com, AmericanAirlines.com, and that flight was $3,295.
Okay.
One way.
One way.
The exact same flight, the exact same times, everything was identical on American Airlines with Choice Air, which is Royal Caribbean's airline or airfare, $556.
Wow.
And it's exactly the same
So
flight.
it's $2,500 less.
Per person.
$2,500 less per person.
And it's the same flight. So go figure.
You realize when you're flying, you paid one fare and the person sitting next to you may have paid $800, $900, $1,000 more than you did.
And you know as well as I do that sometimes there's 40, 50 different fares on.
Oh, yes. And they change all the time.
That's correct.
They change all the time. You can check what, in fact, I did one not very long ago. I checked a fare and it was phenomenal. It was really high. And then for some reason I checked a little bit later that afternoon and it had dropped almost $500.
Yeah, and that's atypical certainly, but it does happen quite frequently. Even with Choice Air, I would continue to check back. Once you've booked it, you only have 24 hours. Right. But I would check back periodically and watch trends because even with Choice Air, it fluctuates. By the way, that same if you wanted to go out of St. Louis to Copenhagen, that same day, arriving almost the same time on Choice Air was $334. And in our case, it was just more convenient to go.
Okay, we got about a minute and a half left. Anything else you want to mention?
Yes. Don't forget, with everything in your travel, fees, taxes, and other add-ons always are important to note with any of your travel. Now, I'm going to give you an example of like renting a condominium in Europe somewhere. Those can be very, very good deals, but you have to check the fine print because sometimes cleaning fees, in the U.S. as well, cleaning fees could be very substantial, $40, $50 a day.
Yeah.
So you have to compare everything.
And the same thing, what hotels are now doing, and it's become rapid, where they add the resort charge. So you see the price of a room, maybe $150 or so, or $120, and then you go to book it, and whoops, there's a $30 or $40 resort charge on there every day.
And you can complain about it. Sometimes you can.
Sometimes they'll take it off, and sometimes they won't.
Sometimes they won't. Seat selection on the airlines.
Yeah. Now some of them are charging you.
Well, almost all of them are.
United doesn't yet. No, they don't yet. Okay. Hey, we're out of time, but if you want more information, what's the...
Mel's Cruises at charter.net.
Okay.
And we'll talk about United fees next time.
All right. Thank you so much, Mel Zelenak. Always a pleasure to have you. Monday, Kit Salter will be here. We're going to talk about diabetes and the diabetes workshop that they have. If you're going to be out and about this weekend, be careful and be nice to each other. We'll see you Monday at 8:50 on KBIA. Bye-bye.